Hello everyone. I know this is the day after the lunar full moon, but we're still in new moon energy. So I decided I was going to pull from some pretty interesting cards that I have. I'm going to just show you the books because they're still kind of new to me. So this one is the Fairies Oracle. And this is actually the man that actually wrote a book. There's a book that goes with this, and it breaks down the entire Fae world, which is quite impressive, to be honest with you. And then I also have the Wisdom from the Dragon Realms. And the illustrations are absolutely beautiful as well. And then, of course, my tried and true Enchantress Path Oracle. And then I just got these, the Cosmic Oracle Tarot. So, so this is what it says on the side. Your path to self-discovery through cosmic symbolism. So I'm going to start with that because only 2 cards came out, even though I have 4, as you can see. 4. So, let's see. Ooh, date night. Get ready to be wined and dined. That's actually these are cool looking. Okay, and then open your heart. It will help you attract more love. All right, so as I sit with these 2, I would say if you aren't looking for love, then this would strictly be, again, the same message that's been coming through. Honor yourself. Make sure that you're taking the time to give you, whether it's simple pleasures like a nice quiet bath, or you actually do go out and get some wine, maybe a charcuterie board, who knows. But if you are looking for love, or you are open to it, I think that about five months is what I'm getting. And then with this, open your heart. It is a clear path to allowing yourself to open up to all sorts of kind of love. But of course, this one's tied together. And when you look at this card, I would say it's more to do with romantic love, but you never know. So, like everybody says, throughout all these, take what resonates, I'll leave the rest behind. But I really want you to, whenever I pull up these cards and I just let it sit for a second, take the time yourself and really hear, see, feel what comes to you first. And whatever that is, probably spot on. So, all right. Oh, good Lord, I do not know how to say that word. The bodacious Bodoc 59. Ooh. So I have no idea what this card represents. Card 59. But my first initial is watch out for yourself. Because there could be something coming around the corner. It's not a tower moment. It's more of a unexpected surprise, but due to past experiences, either with this person or a situation that resembles it, you are automatically cautious of your heart. So let's take a look at the book and see what it says. Let's see. I mean, just to give you a good idea, I gotta find, because they do have some kind of inappropriate, just so you can see the picture. Like, this is kind of the book, so it really breaks it down. And the illustrations are absolutely amazing. Let's see. I'm getting there. Hold on. Hold your horses. 59. Okay, here we go. Meddling, tampering, sabotage, helpful fixing, order. So, let's see. He likes to fix things. He drops down chimneys at night and tidies up for you. If you don't have a chimney, he'll find another way in. You left a stack of papers on your desk. He'll find them for you. Probably in someone else's desk. No one put away the uneaten roast beef. He'll assume you don't want it and gave it to the neighbor's dog. He is not the fairy who ties elf locks in your hair and makes bits of it stand out in odd directions like while you sleep. It is just a cousin of his. He has far more important work to do. The Bodoc is a meddler. He will tell you, if you catch him, that he means well. It's just that things never turn out quite as he expects them to. He feels that you should be grateful for his so-called help, even while you clean the metaphorical eggs off the metaphorical walls. And he is amazed when you are not. Although his feelings are easily hurt by your lack of appreciation, he is persistent. He will just redouble his efforts to be helpful. The only way to discourage him is to tidy up your own loose ends and clutter. I'm sure you know people like the Bodoc. They helpfully answer your phone and take down the wrong messages. Then they lose it and give you a grobble version. Worse yet, they give other people messages from you that are not exactly or even nearly what you said. On the rare occasion that they do pass something on accurately, it is either something you never meant to pass on, or it is said specifically to the wrong person. The Bodoc also likes gossip. All right, so there's that. I told you not all fae are these beautiful little magical beings. Some of them are a little different, a little mischievous. So you do have to be careful. Okay, so the next card. Ooh, the moon. Hello, hello. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So it's quite clear that something is going with these two lights. Something that needs to be seen is going to be seen very soon. And I always take, so my left hand, whenever I'm doing magic, my left hand is always it receives, and then this delivers. So it's clear you're going to be receiving some news. I think it's great news. From old to new. This is a pretty card. So, ooh, dreams. Dream big and believe in the possibilities. Oh, there's another moon in the back. Something's going to come to you in a dream. That's what I'm getting. And it's definitely, it's going to be one that stands out. It's not going to be one of those ones where I have multiple dreams a night. And I rarely remember all of them, of course. But on the rare occasion that I do remember multiple ones, it almost, what I do remember almost flows together like a nice movie, I guess is a good way to put it. So, all right. Oh my gosh, do you know how many times I've gotten this guy? Oh. Retrievers. These ones are good. 41. So sympathetic and so helpful. And I'm taking that as a moon. So 41. Ooh, 5 months. Remember with the other one. It's going to help you retrieve something that's missing. And actually, now I'm getting like something actually physical, like keys or a wallet. So hopefully that helps somebody because nothing's worse than losing things like that. It's frustrating as all heck. All right, here we go. Let's see. Elb the Retriever. Office of the Unclaimed Property, Hopes, Wishes, Loyalty. While writing this, I was having a little trouble with Elb. Not for the first time. I couldn't find my keys anywhere. He thinks it would be greatly to my benefit to be more organized and tidy. So he smears not quite visible juice on things that are out of place, or he encourages the resident cats to hide things. Cats seem remarkably willing to cooperate with these little bits of fairy helpfulness. Then I have to hunt and hunt for them, and hopes I shall be more organized the next time. You may have encountered him in this guise when he has done something like this. My son observes, he just looks at us with that, "Who, me?" look. My son also advises, keep your eye on him. Whatever isn't nailed down, and if you scold or contradict him, he just gets huffy and insists on having his own way. This sort of busybody helpfulness is just one of Elb's tasks, however. He also has more important things to do. He is a protector. He retrieves and safeguards our lost hopes, forgotten dreams, and mislaid keys. I actually did forget it said keys in here, by the way, because it's been a while. I think it's been like 2 months since I actually looked at this deck. My keys were under a stack of papers stuck on the floor with peach juice, not a place that I'd put them myself, but certainly safe for my key thieves. He holds these seeds of our potential futures carefully and delicately until we are ready for them to return. Sometimes we don't think we are ready for them, or we have given up hope altogether, and then he may arrange reminders for us, events or people in our lives that bring back memories of our past hopes and dreams. When that happens, we need to look at them again and consider how we must manifest them in reality. So Elb is trying to remind you of something you've lost, a hope, perhaps, or a dream. You may have thought it gone forever, but he is holding it out to you for reconsideration. He thinks you can do something with it now. The way may not be obvious, but his clever nose has scented a path, a potential opening for bringing this into your life. Sometimes Elb may be saying that a long-awaited dream is a last arriving on the scene, and there is nothing we do. There is nothing to do, but open our hearts and minds. Ooh, look at that, hearts. However, we usually have to work for it. So, that kind of goes along with the beginning of what I was saying about with this little fella. So, let's see. 9 of Swords. Oh. This one, I remember, because I always remember reading through them, and some of them are just like, you just feel so sad. Look at betrayal. That's what I get from this. It's just unrelenting betrayal. Okay, I'm just going to look to see what this card represents because the moon is so easy for me. Let's see. The 9 of Swords. And I cannot stand when these things are crooked. It drives me nuts. So, there. All right. Do. Nightmares. Ooh, more dream stuff. Even dragons have them. In a cave lit by a single sword ablaze with dragon fire, a young dragon wakes. Spectacular fires dance like shadow puppets on an ember-hued wall behind him. 8 armed knights surrounding a lone dragon. They are out for dragon blood, attacking their victim with low thrusts and high guard until his scales cleave wide as a volcanic fissure. A sacred fluid, sacrum sanguium, pours from the shadow dragon's side, a crimson scar cut across the monochrome scene. So once again, this has all the writings of an illusion that isn't real, but it feels so real and you can't escape it. Just understand that it is only an illusion. It's not forever. If it feels like it is, it's not. And the same thing with the card that says, open your heart and love will find you, love will come in. It's love of self. It's always love of self, isn't it though? I mean, we ourselves are magical beings. Don't bark at the people. Shh, I'm on. Shh, Magnus, quiet. No. Okay, look. Go see. I'm sorry, I apologize. Detachment. Let go of attachment to outcomes. And look at those balloons. It's beautiful. I was recently reminded again, to make sure that when you can visualize an outcome, and you may or may not put words to it, but just the manifestation of that visualization is pushed out into the universe. And depending on how big that manifestation is, it could bring in a lot of other souls that also during that entire pathway, they have to be making the same exact decisions to come to that finalization of that manifestation. And just one person could alter it to make it either, come to you quicker or make it a little bit longer of a destination. So try not to put timestamps to things you want to happen. So, yeah, see, whoopsies. Okay, the Lady of the Harvest. Ooh, that's like beautiful now for now. Think about that. 18, I was watching somebody the other day, and we're coming up soon on the harvest time. So that's, and let's just take a moment to look at this card because there are so many things inside of it. There's all types of beings. It's gorgeous. I mean, look, like in the shadows and okay. Number 18. All right. Completion, grief, lost, harvest, and release. So, after we have experienced the nurturing and fulfillment of the bright mother, the Lady of the Harvest, also called the Old Woman or Crone, helps us to let go of what is finished and liberate ourselves to move on to the next phase of our activities and relationships. As in the natural world, the old becomes compost for the new growth in our lives. The Lady helps us to adapt to change and release. Often we associate the Lady of Harvest to loss, regret, and grief, and often we are right to do so. The basic phase of grief are shock, denial, anger, guilt, emotional storm, acceptance, regaining of perspective, the beginning of healing, and the deepening of our capacity for love. The Lady of the Harvest understands grief and is patient and kind as we go through the sometimes painful process of letting go. We may well need to be patient and kind with ourselves. We should note here that the grieving process is the same for little losses and large ones. Only the time scale and the intensity of the emotions vary, and they vary enormously. We might go through all of the grieving stages of a small loss in a few minutes, while it may take years for a greater loss. On the other side of this letting go business, there are many things that make us lighter, happier when we release them. Old traumas, tasks, or stages in our lives that are glad to have finished. Unhappy relationships or feelings that cause us pain and inhibit our growth. Sometimes we simply comfortably finish with one aspect of our lives and move on to the next happily anticipated one. Such releases are cause for celebration, and the old woman joyfully celebrates with us. In this card, we see both the patience, acceptance of loss, and the joyful celebration of liberation. We liberate something in ourselves or in the world. We grow to be more like the Lady of the Harvest, developing her capacities within us. So, it is time to accept change, to move on to the next phase. Power and strength to present and future come from releasing the past. This is time of liberation, and we might as well cooperate with it. It will happen, whether we want it to or not. Release and liberation may be painful or joyful, depending on the circumstances. Cry if you need to. Oh, I feel like that for some of you. And I'm really sorry if you're going through that. Be joyful if that is appropriate, but in either case, trust the process. Acknowledge what you feel and prepare to move on. So that is what she brings to us. And then Two of Wands. Oh, look at that. Look at the world. See what I mean by this illustration? It's just the detail, the scales and the claws, and look at the contrast here of the red with the blue and the green. Wow. So for this book's interpretation of Two of Wands, I personally view it what I'm getting is that it's almost to me kind of like the Hangman, where you have to view something that is bigger than you in through a different set of eyes. And it will be illuminated. Like you'll be able to clearly see it and understand it and have some compassion for it. Let's see. This high on the cliffside, a noble dragon suns in the mouth of his cave, surveying his realm from the mountains to the sea. He is strong-willed and confident and fair. On the talons of his left forepaw, he spins a globe. The world is the dragon's oyster, to observe and control as he chooses. Two wands blaze in symmetry on either side of him. Red roses, white lilies grow up on the rock face, symbolize of balance between heart and mind. A second dragon soars across the distant sky, a reminder, though the ruling dragon stands by himself, he is not alone. Plans are afoot. What was imagined is becoming real. Still, to desire to explore new territory, to expand your influence burns. This fire demands temporary and reason and generous help. Push your limits, go boldly where your imagination leads. Guard against excessive pride and know when to compromise. I actually did not even notice the flowers. Sometimes I get just so fixated on the dragon's details, I think, something for me. And the clouds in the background. Okay. Patience. Good things come to those who wait. But sitting there waiting can just be a killer sometimes, right? Patience has never been my strong suit. And trust me, with what's been going on in my life lately, I certainly have been being tested. So thank you for that. I'm wondering, for me, you know how sometimes you're just constantly tested and it gets like so close, and then there's another something. And so with each, I don't want to call it a bumble, because I know everything is happening exactly the way it's supposed to for our family. But I'm telling you, whew, my patience is really getting tested. But it's okay. That's how life is, right? I mean, when you really look at it all. So, our last but not least, another oopsie. Look at that. Longiska. Oh my gosh, I love these cards so much. Look at the smiling faces and the beautiful little creatures. Okay. So, let's see. Number 39. Oops, I went past it. Sunken treasure, discovery of self, adventure. The realm of Lunska. I don't know. Honestly, I do not know how to pronounce that. Laskuna. If somebody knows, say it. I probably should have. But I didn't even know I pulled these cards, so how would I know what to say? Like, look it up. You know, you can do the voice pronunciation. Anyways, the realm of the Frog Queen is extensive, both below and above the waters. Fairy waters are made up of human emotions, sometimes beautifully clear and sparkling, and sometimes disgustingly murky. Different fairies are attracted to different waters. You would hardly expect to find a soul shrinker, which is card 55, it says in here, Or Old Gloominess Doom, card 56, happily splashing in clear or sparkling water, although you might find Niels the Alchemist, card 27, at a murky pool. Hold her nose as she waves a clarifying wand over it. Most of the bright fairies avoid such places. However, Luskuna, I'm just going to call her the Frog Queen because I'm not going to butcher her name. Probably going to tick her off. So I'll have to look in the book to give her apologies. Knows that there are treasures lost in the disaster or abandoned by pirates to be found in the murkiest of waters. Exploration is what this card is all about. And through exploring and seeing what you really are, warts and all, we discover parts of our talents and potentials that have been hidden by old traumas and misunderstandings, or by lack of opportunity. Her explorations are not limited to the realm of emotions, but also include the world. She wants us to dive deeply into new experiences, even if the new experiences involve flying high. Listen to the different styles of music with open ears. Try new tastes. Ooh, look at that. Remember the one that says wine and dine? There you go. Look at new sights and try them all with open willingness of a child. She especially wants us to explore new ideas. Have you ever noticed how people tend not to explore the territory they live in? How they only visit the special places where, when they are trying to entertain someone from out of town? Why do the same thing with so many aspects of our lives and then sometimes we grumble that life is just dull? Life is always adventurous for the adventurous people and boring for the boring ones. This was when I was 9 and I expected she got it. I'm sorry, boring people. My grandmother told me that when she was 9 and I expected she got it from the Frog Queen. She also told me that if I didn't have anything interesting to do, I might as well clean up my room. I took this lesson to heart, and so you can too. If life seems boring and you feel stuck in your puddle, either explore the parts of that puddle you have created, or jump out and do something new and interesting. I'm sure you, dear reader or listener, are not bored or not a boring person. Boring people don't read books like this. And it's very true. Our collective are not boring people whatsoever. So we're always a magical bunch of people. Okay, so this one, I actually got 2 cards. So, ooh, the Wheel of Fortune. Hello. Oh, look. All of them. I know it's the horse, fire horse, and that technically is a unicorn, but still, absolutely beautiful. Another card. Ooh, Queen of Cups. Hello, hello. Aww. Moby Dick. Beautiful. Okay. Well, let's do this like this. Beep-a-doo-doo. All right. So we all know what Wheel of Fortune is. It's absolutely magical. And when it it's just, this one though, it's different. And I think it feels different to me only because right now, this year, so many of us are so focused on the Chinese zodiac. And maybe there's something to this of like herbal remedies, if that's something that you can do due to any health issues, which I would never recommend specifically people to take on those types of things unless they medically can. But even in the book, as I just opened it, it goes into the colors of each of the dragons within the wheel. So that's what I'm going to do, because we already know that the fortune wheel, the Wheel of Fortune, is everything to do with luck and great fortune. And I see that as great things to come within your life. And so I'm going to go over the colors, and this is what the color represents in this deck. And I think it, like I said, it's very fitting. So the black dragon of water is yin, prosperity, red of fire, passion, fertility, green of wood, growth, healing, white of metal, purity, rebirth, and yellow of earth, yang, and motion. So, looking on in all their auspicious glory are the 4 animals who share the sacred plane with eastern dragons. The fiery phoenix symbolizes grace, fertility, and justice. The metallic tiger, fierceness and valor. The earthy quillin, protection, prosperity, and luck. And the aquatic tortoise is longevity, endurance, and familial good fortune. So, I mean, hello. That's just absolutely beautiful. And the Queen of Cups in this one, the power of the creative feminine ripples through the Queen of Cups from burnished horn to the whipping tip of her tail. Nesting high above a cold gray sea, she shelters her egg. And that's her egg right there. So beautiful. Her blessed creation beneath her wing. It is almost hatching time, and her parental dragonlet stirs within the translucent sapphire orb. A cup more mystical grail than common vessel stands just outside the nest. Steam rises from within, assuming of the form of a misty and ephemeral dragon. The queen stares at it intensely, as if conjuring the otherworldly image with the majesty of her mind. As the sun fights to break through an after rainy sky, a sperm whale breaches in greeting, eager for the word of the dragonlet's progress. Fluid and graceful, clear as a mountain stream, and deep as a briny sea. Like the whale, she both plays on the surface of the subconscious and feeds on the hidden mysteries in its depths. She is imagination personified, gifted with intuition that verges on the psychic creativity that verges on genius. Emotions are her lodestar. Her love is conditional. Her wisdom, rounded with maturity and compassion. As a healer, no one can fault her besides bedside manner. Do not let yourself be overwhelmed by your own feelings. Enchant with kindness and dreamy stillness of a poet. So, I think, like, now reading what this represents and then what this does, and also from the Frog Queen, it's almost, because I craft spells. I craft up a lot of things, either sigils and things like that. So I look at this as a point right now where you're creating something, whether it's in your mind, with your hands. You're at that creative stage, and it's about to birth. And this is going to bring it in. Absolutely. Oh, joyful. Find joy in the little things every day. That's pretty nice. It's actually another set over there. So I just really want everybody to take some time with yourself. Make sure that you focus on the things that you need to move forward. And if that means you have to create something, create it. Keep your space magical. Keep it clear of any expectations. It will all come together. I just heard them say it will all come together. And I just really hope everybody is doing well. I know that 2026 so far has been quite a bumpy ride. And I don't know about any of you, but I mean, yesterday my timeline jumping was ridiculous. And I was jumping forwards and backwards, and it was a lot. So I just hope that everybody is doing well. And thanks for coming to my channel. I really appreciate it. Until next time, toodles.